What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the lab. For today's video, it's going to be a little different because we're going to be unboxing some new lenses. I'm also going to show y'all some real life scenarios, pairing with the Canon R5 with a gimbal, and showing you test footage from each lens throughout the whole video. So if this is something you're interested in, please keep watching. If not, we are going to get started. Starting with the Canon 1535 at 2.8. This is probably one of my favorite lenses to shoot with because of how versatile it is. Remember, all the lenses that I'm going to unbox today are RF mounts, so these are compatible with Canon's R6, R5, and a handful of other Canon cameras that are out in the market right now. And there she is. Just take this moment to appreciate the lens. At 15 it extends, and then when you go to 35 it goes in. The optical image stabilization helps with minimizing the appearance of the camera shake, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of sample video clips in a second. Protective fluorine coating on the front and back end element, and since these lenses are all part of the L series, they have a weather resistant design that protects it against dust and moisture. Here are a couple of shots that I got at 15 shooting at 4K 120. I didn't apply any stabilization in post so that you guys could see what the optical stabilization looks like. And when I crank it to 35 and I'm pushing a little bit, then you guys could see the bokeh in action. Looks nice and smooth. I also like pairing it for lifestyle footage. This is my boy Scott. We were working out on the roof, and this is me low-key again working. But I really like shooting with the 15 because you can literally just get everything around you. It's that wide. Shooting time lapses with the 1535 is also one of my favorite things to do. And when I'm really in the mood, getting hyperlapses on the 1535 is a game changer. You could also use it to vlog if you're into that. I personally prefer the 1535 for those vlogging, talking shots because I just don't like the camera all up in my face like that. I'm not much of a photographer anymore, but my girl Jaylyn usually has me shoot on the 1535 for her because she likes to capture the whole background, and then I could go 35 and shoot some portraits as well. I'd like to introduce you to my personal favorite samurai sword. This is the DJI RS2. It balances with the R5 perfectly. There's not much I need to say here aside from it being shot at 4K at 120 frames, and it's one of my favorite combos. Alright, here we go. Next up is the 85 1.2. It is a prime lens, which pretty much just means it's a fixed focal length at 85. This thing at the top allows you to adjust the aperture ISO. You could switch it up in the settings. It comes with a lens hood that I typically never use. I have a bad habit of not ever using them. And it is a beastie ass lens comparing it to the old 85 EF Mark II. The old EF version has IS built in, and the new RF version doesn't have that feature. On the side of the lens, you can switch to focus modes, and you can also switch between autofocus and manual focus. And this is the DS version, which is defocus smoothing. I'm still trying to figure out the difference between the two. Canon sent me both, and it's pretty complicated, but trust me, I'm trying to figure this out. These next couple shots are shot on the 85 in handheld. And when I shoot on an 85, I think of details. But when I shoot overall, I like to get a little bit of each lens. Shooting in low light with this lens is just pure magic. I mean, you could shoot at 1.2 and it'll look a little something like this. And here's a time-lapse shot on the 85 as well. Next up is the ultimate combo, RS2 85. 3, 2, 1, action. Let's go. Sometimes I don't really mess with the settings too much. I kind of just put it on IAF and I let it rip, And these are some of the results of shooting with the 85 on a gimbal. As you can see, it's crazy. I mean, look at the depth, the slow-mo. Yeah. Switching gears now, let's talk about the 7200 2.8 with IS. It has an aperture range from 2.8 all the way to 32, air, spirit, and fluorine coatings, whatever that means. But all jokes aside, it has IS, a lock button, 3 stabilizer modes, which include a standard single shot mode, a panning optimized mode, and a mode that only activates the IS during the exposure. There's a control ring in the middle and a removable tripod collar. Comparing it to the old 7200, it's a lot more compact and a lot easier to travel with now. But let's switch gears and let me show y'all some real footage, starting with these camels. You can be up close and personal at 200, or you can be wide at 70. You got the option. Time lapses at 200 just gives you a different type of energy. And yep, I'm gonna pair it with the RS2 because why not? It balances. I've been creating with these 3 same lenses for a long time, even before RF, before L series, and I just wanted to give you guys a couple examples of what you could possibly create with these lenses. And hopefully this video helps you with your decision making on which lenses you'd possibly want to invest in next. Yo, you made it to the very end of this video and I'm happy you're here. First off, I've been wanting to create a video like this for a very long time, just going over my gear in a more detail oriented way. I know I'm not the best at explaining the super technical aspects of things, but I guess I could say I'm pretty good at showing you what things are capable of doing, I guess. I want to give a huge shout out to Canon USA, specifically Mike. I appreciate you. Without these lenses, I wouldn't have been able to film My Life Oakland 3. I wouldn't have been able to film a bunch of videos that have been on this channel without those lenses. And for those of y'all who genuinely enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. I swear I'm the same person in person as I am on these videos. And I'm super excited for this channel because I have a handful of other videos that are on the way. So if you like this channel, subscribe. I don't think I've ever said that before on any of my videos, to subscribe to my channel, but I guess I'm just gonna throw it out there because I've never said it before. So yeah, aside from that, if you know how I end my videos, then you know.